Hey guys, me and Ashley are going to go ahead and do a little bit of an Alpha Strike kind of walkthrough for you, like a little introduction game.
A quick start.
Yeah. Everyone knows that the Kickstarter come out and people are getting theirs left and right. They're doing their unboxings and we're happy for you guys. We did ours already, so check out our video. We do like the Alpha Strike version of BattleTech. So this is the quick start rules that come in the Alpha Strike box. And we're going to set it up. I'm going to show you the table real quick. Ashley is actually going to have two mechs.
Yep, I'm the attackers. The Clan Jade Falcon.
Okay. And what do you got there? You got a Nova T?
Nova T and Pouncer Prime.
Okay, and here's our little setup. The maps. In case you're wondering what the maps are under, we put them under plexiglass so you could use dry erase markers. You can do whatever you want. You can make notes and wipe them off. There you go. So, on my side, I've got Phoenix Hawkeye, and I have Wasp, and I have Blackjack, and I have a Locust. Now, see the little tokens there? One is staying the ground where they didn't move, the other's sprinting, the other's jumping, the red one's jump. We'll get into that in just a little bit. We got our fancy Kickstarter dice.
I absolutely love those.
They're really cool, actually. So, in here, can I see the scenario?
Sorry.
So,
meet and greet.
We're gonna do what's called the meet and greet, and it says to play this scenario first, you guys. So your situation in game setup, who the defender, who the attacker is, what the victory conditions are. So, the victory conditions here are pretty easy. It's the winner is the force which cripples or destroys the opposing force first. Now, it does have a forced withdrawal. That's in effect for this. So, I believe, what's the forced withdrawal?
When you lose all your shields, you start, or half of your health. Hold on, let me double check.
Yep. So, just a second there. But you do page 12. So, the forced withdrawal, once they've taken substantial amounts of damage, they will begin to retreat. So, basically, they can still fight, but they have to retreat. They can't go forward anymore. With the center of the map, you're going to start out X amount of spaces back. It'll always tell you how far.
Yeah, this says 20 inches back, but
from the center.
This is only 15.
Yeah, it's 15. So what we're going to do is kind of just do a little turn by turn and fill you in. We would like your comments. We would like you to ask questions if you'd like.
Or correct us.
Or correct us, because we're not experts. Hopefully you like our little table setup here. And we're going to get going. So we're going to do round one, and we'll explain what we did on the moves there. And we'll show you how the dry erase markers work and what we like to do with them. All right. This is the introduction. Stay tuned for round one. All right, round one. This is the end of round one. Now, here's why we use the dry erase marker, just to kind of show you. Ashley won the initiative, the dice rolls. On this game, it's different. You want the lowest number.
Yep.
The lowest number goes first, right?
Yep, moves first and shoots first.
All right, so this guy is called
Nova.
And he started here. And following his movement, how many squares you can, he ended up here by the river.
He moves up to 10.
Yep. So, Nova fired through the trees.
Wasp.
Over here to this is Wasp. Now,
and I missed.
He failed. Okay. Then it was
Pouncer,
who was over here. He started out in the back. He went up on the knees. You can see where it says
levels.
Level 2, level 1. So you jump. That's what this token is for, is jumping. This token here, this has to do with the math when you're doing things, but he stayed on the ground. So he jumps, so that has to be taken into consideration. And Pouncer shot at what, Ashley?
The one that's up on the rocks over there.
You shot at
Blackjack. Or Blackjack, I'm sorry.
Right there, who also jumped.
Yep, and so I actually hit him. One.
And Pouncer is a heavy-duty mech. So this poor dude got 3 hits. And I'll show you on the cards here. The card has a spot where you can mark off damage. You see the dry erase marker, those are red. I marked them off with that, so it's black. So he took 3 hits of damage. Then it was my turn. You can see where Phoenix Hawk here started out here, and this is the path he took to get up. He jumped. Phoenix Hawk shot over here at Nova, right? And failed. The next one I used to shoot was Wasp, which is right here. He shot also over there and failed. So that's not good. No, yeah, I'm sorry, he hit. He did get 1 damage.
Yeah, he
I
did
wrote
got
that
1.
down.
Sorry.
This one is Locust. You can see his path. He can move 20 squares.
Yeah,
so
he's a quick little bastard.
See how much he ran? But he's got no armor. So Locust there and Blackjack. These two, they fired over here.
At Pouncer.
At Pouncer. And failed. So the reason we used the dry erase marker on top of the plexiglass, if you play hex and counter games, it works great. Well, this is a hex game with miniatures as your counters, basically. So you're moving, and it just helps. So we can kind of track our path through the game, which is what we'll do just to kind of show you on this. But these markers take into account what you do. And a little bit later on, we'll explain that too. Because I guess I should have explained it in the beginning, but we will go ahead and explain that here in a little bit. So we're going to go to round 2 and see. Ashely's mechs, 2 mechs are very heavy, lots of armor. Mine are all light. I have one good armored one, I guess I'd have to say, is the Phoenix Hawk and Blackjack, but not nowhere near the armor that she has. So.
But I believe if you can get behind them with how fast your guys are, you'll have a chance.
Well, that's where this Locust guy is here. I'll try to get around. I've got to try to get around. He can outmaneuver about everything.
Yep.
Although he's only going to take 1 hit and he's done. He's 3 points of damage total, and that's a minimum of what your guy does. So if he gets hit, he's just done. But that's the fun part about it. So you take the light mechs and you run them around, try to get behind the other guys, and see. So here we go.
Keep them occupied.
We will be back with round 2. Okay, this is what?
Round 2. End of
round 2. So let me get around a dog here who happens to sleep right at the table's edge.
She wants to be close.
All right, so here we go. You can see where I kind of keep track. So this is Nova there.
Yep. So Nova started here, crossed, went into woods, came back up, and basically ended right here.
Right there. And so then I made my moves. You can see where, like, Wasp here.
She ended
down.
up over here.
Yep, right there.
Then you decided to move her all the way up and try to get her around behind me.
I tried to get around behind, except for the other one. Shot and killed it. So that's why I haven't had it laying down there. But anyways, when we got the movement done, you can see how we moved forward. You got to take into account the jumping, which on your cards, we'll do that real quick. You're going to start off with a skill level. So when you go to shoot, you're taking your skill level, which is a 3. And let's just say he jumped. That adds what, Ash? Another?
Jumping would add a 2.
Adds 2, so that's 5. Then you take into the fact that it's medium range, which is
medium would be another 2.
So see, you're at 7.
And then you got to take in
the woods.
Woods would be an additional 1, and then your target, whoever you're shooting. So like Nova, his TMM is a 2.
So right there, you're at 10.
And say he jumped would add an extra 1, so there's 11.
But since he didn't jump, just for him who jumped to shoot,
was 11.
You're looking
so
at
you'd
10.
have to get 11 or a 12.
No, you did
I'm
the
sorry,
math wrong.
10. So 10, 11, or 12.
So, yeah, so a total of 10 to get him, but nothing. So, on all my shots, so Phoenix Hawk and Wasp is KA, Blackjack's still in it, but
they all 3 failed.
He's hurting. Actually, Phoenix Hawk has suffered more than half damage, so he's got to start retreating one way or another off the board.
Yep. So that was the special rules with the forced redraw.
So Ashely only has 1 mech damaged with 3 points. Yes, 1 damage. So she's in the game pretty strong. So at this point, I don't have.
It can still be any game.
But so my only thing I could do is try to get these guys behind him. Because also, that's what I didn't add was you take that point away from a shot behind.
You add 2.
Or, well...
That's what I said. You add additional damage. So if you have a 3, then it's an additional 1.
So then your damage is wrong, because when I shot you the first time, it was from the front?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so there you go. So double check. But that's kind of what's happening right here. Greg's losing. So here we go.
Yeah, I'm about winning.
We're going to go to round 3.
Different
okay, so this is round 3, right?
End of round 3.
Okay. We have to censor this one. So cut this out, Greg, because we started recording when we shouldn't have. Okay. All right, so here is the end of round 3. This is what we have. Kind of hard to tell, but we got a cluster. So go ahead, Ash.
So I took Pouncer, that was here, and decided, I'm like, okay, Greg's going to try to get behind my guy. So what I did was kind of brought him over and kind of turned him behind and kind of buttoned them up to each other. Yeah, that backfired.
So in the end...
I lost Nova.
Phoenix Hawk got 3 damage on Nova there.
Yep.
Blackjack got 3 damage. And Locust, because he was close range, got 2.
And killed him.
So, whoops, sorry, moved off the thing there. So that was a heavy for her gone.
Yeah, that was my heavy.
Now, I still have to continue to retreat further back. Now we're going to see if Ashely gets initiative to move. Then, I can counter it. But if I end up with initiative, then
you might still be able to.
Yeah, we'll see. So we're going to go to round 4. But it's quite interesting to kind of look at the paths they took and see where everybody ended up and where they failed and didn't make it through the battle. So now it's 3-on-1, but with 1 retreating, which is Phoenix Hawk. He only has 1 point of damage. And literally, Blackjack is close to half damage. This guy, all she has to do is hit him. He's done. He can't take a hit. Any hits. I mean.
Yeah, he's a weakling.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Gonna head to round 4. All right, you guys. Here's round 4. Last round, it's done. So hear us out and leave some comments and whatever you'd like to say. Like it and all that. But here we go. Ashely's Pouncer. He didn't make it, sadly.
Hush.
However, you can see here where Phoenix Hawk just had to retreat. And the reason we use the dry erase marker so you can keep track, no, it does not get overwhelming unless you want it to be. You could use different colors for different ones if you want. So this was kind of just to kind of give you an idea, see where they started, kind of where they ended up. So let's kind of recap it. Ashely, you moved from where over here?
Right here.
Yeah.
I went up and around.
She could move 12 with him, so she got there. And I got Locust behind her, which actually Locust scored a hit. So those little guys, even though there's nothing to them and they're more like scouts, they can move, they can get behind things. They have to be right on them at close range to do any damage. Otherwise, if they're caught in the open or in front, they're just done. It doesn't take anything to get rid of them. Like I said, Phoenix Hawk here, he had to retreat. So you can see he's retreating back. You got to retreat. Well, we'd have bypassed the rocks. We got to go back to where you start with them. Blackjack there, he's almost half damage. So what was what does he hit with, a 3? Right.
Yeah.
At close range it was
a 3.
A 4, because 1 more.
No, if it was from behind.
Oh, from behind, that's right, sorry. So close range, so had she hit him, he would have been destroyed. Or had she hit Locust.
Locust would have been destroyed. Yeah.
So this was just the basic, meet and greet game to get to know. These are the trees and stuff that come with it. And
the Northwind Highlanders can have their praise for right now.
Okay, so now Ash is going to get all cocky with the clans. So it's for a game, a box game that's going to run you about $70. You get enough models. You get more than your money's worth.
More than enough.
And again, with all the Kickstarter BattleTech stuff, the reason we ordered that is, well, we like Alpha Strike, so which is just goes through and all that'll carry through. So some of these, see in the box, you got
buildings. We have the trees out.
Some of them have been painted in there. We didn't use them all. She's in the middle of her painting challenge with Mini Warmutt's channel. So there you go, you guys. That's Alpha Strike simplified. Very basic. You do have
a quick guide.
Little cheat sheet to get you going.
It is nice, so that way you don't have to keep passing the board back and forth.
Yeah, works really well. You can see it does not take up much room. I would copy and make more if you got more people that are going to play.
Yep.
The cards are really handy. They give you everything you need to know, and the quick start guide is very quick. It's very much to the point. That allows you to, go through and pick the other guys out. So for now, we'll let you go. Obviously, we're going to do more BattleTech, but we just wanted to make this one a simple one. Very simple, and I know a lot of you guys have played a lot longer than us and are experts, so if you've got anything that you'd like to add, please do so. We'd appreciate it. But anyways, see us on Sundays, 4 p.m. Central, every Sunday, for our Gamers Therapy, where we're going to encourage your gaming addiction. After all, who wants to be cured of it? I mean, really, if you think about it. All right, we're going to let you go. You
Bye,
guys have a good day.